Welcome to the channel. I'm FJ Rocks 92, and today I'm just gonna talk a little bit about this game, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Now, this is an older game, meaning that it was released in 2017. It's categorized as action adventure with puzzles as well. And this is a game that I didn't know was a thing. I didn't know existed, and I'm kind of upset that I didn't know that it existed, because right now it's on Xbox Game Pass. I can't guarantee you it's going to be on Xbox Game Pass when you decide to go look, if you do have the Xbox Game Pass. I just recently got the Xbox Series S and I was going through Game Pass, and this was one of the games that I seen on there. And crazy thing about it is I never heard of it. I never heard of the developers or anything like that, and it's developed by Ninja Theory and Q-Lock. So this game is definitely a puzzle indie game, fighting game, action adventure, hack and slash. Like, this is a game that in reality pulls you in, and it's a game that honestly I love it. And this game is set in the Viking Age. So it's a broken Celtic warrior embarks on a haunting vision quest into Viking hell to fight for the soul of someone. I forgot who it was. But this game, since I've downloaded it and been playing it, and you're gonna see like all this is gameplay, genuine gameplay of me playing. And let me tell you this. For a long time, I was a multiplayer gamer, in the sense that I only played Call of Duty, Battlefield, Overwatch, and games of that sort, Apex Legends and things like that. And as of lately, since I've gotten the Xbox Series S, I've had my attention kind of intrigued with story-based games, starting with Gears 5. That's also on Game Pass. I went ahead and downloaded that, and I said, man, I want to play other story-based games. And I seen this one and I was like, man, this looks really, really good, but is it really worth it? Started doing some research. 9 out of 10 on Steam, 4.5 out of 5 on cog.com, and 9 out of 10 IGN. And I was like, okay, that sounds good. Started going into YouTube, watching these type of videos where I wanted to see gameplay and things like that. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and download it. Now let me tell you this. The game is beautiful for it to be a 2017 game. Now, don't get me wrong. They did work on the game, performance, graphics, and stuff like that for next gen games. So it does look better on the PS5, the Xbox Series X, and the Xbox Series S. And I was able to tell on some of the videos that I've seen on YouTube, and you can definitely look at that and see the difference between, the older console, the last gen consoles, and next gen consoles, and see the difference. And let me tell you something, performance and graphically, it's a beautiful game, and the story is really interesting and very intriguing. And let me tell you something, if you're gonna play this game, do yourself the favor and get some good headsets, good headphones, whatever the case may be, because the audio of this game is phenomenal, and it actually makes you feel like you're there. Like, there was numerous times where I was hearing whispers and certain things, and I was turning my head, and I thought my wife was in the room, and I was like, man, and it really dials you into this game. And then the action sequences, now don't get me wrong, it's more of a story-based puzzle game, but the action sequences, when it happens, it's phenomenal. And yes, it can be repetitive a little bit, but the thing is, it's not like you're fighting the whole entire time. This isn't like Evil West or Devil May Cry or anything like that. There's not a lot of, like, from the very beginning, I probably, so far from the beginning to where I am now, I've probably only had 6 action, like fighting sequences. And don't get me wrong, I wish there was a little bit more, but I can understand why this game is the way it is. It's a story-based, puzzle-based game, indie-based game, and let me tell you something. I am totally in love with it, and I'm really deep in this game, and the story is really, really good so far, and I am planning to finish it. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and tell you that I finished it, but if you're big on games with a good story, great graphics, and great fight sequences and things like that, this is a game that you're definitely going to want to take a look at. And like I said, if you have the Xbox Game Pass, this is definitely there. I don't know how much longer it's going to be there, but this is a game that you may want to go ahead and download and play it yourself, or if not, look at more gameplay and look at other reviews. But let me tell you this, a person like me that's been used to multiplayer games and am just starting to get into story-based games, Gears 5, phenomenal, and Hellblade, this game, Senua's Sacrifice, is incredible as well. If anything, I would sit there and say that for Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice to be older than Gears 5, I'm having a better time playing, and a more focused time playing this game. I sit there and, normally when it comes to puzzle games, I get tired and I don't want to do anything else, but this game makes you want to, because since the fight sequences are so little, it kind of pushes you to want to get into that fight sequences and then get into fighting the bosses and things like that, and just fighting the gods and all. Like, it's a phenomenal game, and that's just my personal opinion. Like I said, the performance, I'm playing at 60 FPS. The visuals are really, really good. It looks good. It plays well, and I'm in shock that this game was released in 2017. I would have never imagined that this game was released in 2017. I would have thought that this game was released probably no longer than a year and a half ago. But the fact that this game is, so old, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, it's 5 years old. It's crazy to not see a second game, and I'm hoping that because it's on Game Pass, it's going to give it an opportunity to actually grow a fan base, and help the developers decide and get the funds that they need to make a sequel to this, because I feel like this is a game that I feel like if the budget is right and they have enough help, that this part 2 would probably be even better, especially if they're creating it specifically for next gen. So definitely, if you're into story-based games, action, adventure, and puzzle games, do yourself the favor, especially if you have Xbox Game Pass. It's free to download. Go ahead and download it. I promise you won't regret it, especially if you're into those type of games. And even if you're not into those type of games, go ahead and download it. Like, seriously, it's not going to hurt you to download it. And the thing is, if you don't like it, you could uninstall it, no problem. And for you that don't have Xbox Game Pass, do a little bit more research, because I promise you, you're seeing this gameplay right now, and it's beautiful as it is, but it bears nothing compared to actually physically playing this game and putting your headset and actually listening to the surrounding, the things that are happening around you. It is a phenomenal experience, and I would recommend this game, no doubtedly. Like this is a phenomenal game. What I would rate it out of 10, I would give it a 9 as well. And for a person, like I said, that don't get into a lot of story-based games, that says a lot. So that's my thoughts on it. Till next time, peace.